Alright, the second event, I shot a party. This is a pretty cool party. It's at a doctor's office, a really nice dermatologist office. Very high-end, very pretty. It's a beautiful office, a lot of decorative stuff. Everything is really nice, amazing, clean, beautiful floors. A lot of different lights. This is an event I've shot 4 times, so this is my 4th time shooting it. I've shot it with a D2X, shot it with a D7000, I think, Nikon. I shot it with my 5D Mark II, and now I did it with the NX1. My settings were kept between 4 to 800 ISO, right around 4, f4, a few pictures f5.6, and then some at 2.8. And again, I'm only going down to 2.8 for a shallower depth of field. I had a big flash on here, pointing to the ceiling with a bounce card, just a little catch light. Did a lot of group shots, portraits, little hair show of the light, a little pop, kind of like that when I'm shooting an event indoor or outdoors even. This place had some really weird lights, fluorescent, neon, candlelight, Christmas light, a cluster fudge of lights. It was great, a little flash thrown in there, why not? Kept the white balance on auto just because I really didn't know what was going to happen. But again, I shot raw. Threw down my card a few times, my gray card, and shot it just to go back. But I didn't end up doing anything. The white balance is pretty good. It does a good job. But occasionally, it's good to get a reference point. Just habits. The images came out wonderful. In fact, I was really pleased with them. My client was absolutely pleased with them. I can definitely say it was my best shooting. And not only was my favorite, but I spent the least amount of time in Lightroom editing. And these pictures are really important. So you gotta remember, this is a high-end dermatologist office, so everybody cares about their face. They're spending tens and thousands of dollars. Just to make sure that their face looks good. So it's important that the images I capture are done right. I'll get to the images at the next video. But overall, amazing. It was a breeze, really easy. The focusing was good. Well, let's go back to the band of focusing. Sorry, jumping back and forth. The low light focus was actually pretty amazing when I was shooting the bands, but then there's a lot of light, there's a lot of contrast, there's a lot of things happening, so it made it kind of easy. Those neon lights really help. Shooting this, sometimes the lights got low and the camera would hunt a little bit, just go back and forth, and a couple occasions just gave up. And I'm seeing that a little bit here and there. One of the things I kind of dislike about this camera is it hunts a little bit and then just gives up, and I can't figure out when it does that. I think at some point, I'll figure out when it does it, but it's kind of random. Just kind of hunts, boom, 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 and then it gives up and says, forget it. But you can always override it in manual too. So that event was a big hit. Everybody loved the images. In fact, for the first time, they posted their images on their Facebook. I don't know if they're kind of really like the pictures this time, or previously they were worried about privacy and things since it's a doctor's office, but they posted them, and it was really pleasing to see people's reactions to the images. It's awesome. Did a little bit at my son's church with the camera, kept it at AP mode. Really good results, but once again, a well-lit place. Did a play recently. My son did one, and I was sitting really far back, and I was able to take some images, and the furthest I can go with this camera is 50 millimeters, so not really too close. But I was zooming in Lightroom, and you can't seem to run out of megapixels in those situations. Sometimes when you get really close, some things happen, but I'll go over that next video. But it was an absolute dream shooting the play and then zooming in. So overall, I think the handling, ergonomics, the features, the you know, positioning of everything with this camera is pretty much dead on perfect. I've had a chance to really customize it. I'm really getting used to the custom features. So far so good. So far so good. My favorite part is going back and forth between the screen and the viewfinder. I think that's awesome. Really like having the 3 dials where I have it set to my f-stop, shutter, and ISO, so manual mode. It's very easy for me to change things. And I really like the fact that I can pull back and hit the focus with one touch. So everything is right at my fingertips. Pretty much not having to do more than one action and needing or getting where I want to go. That I think is key, especially when you're shooting events, bands, and things like that where you know, time matters. You know, you can't really ask people to sit still too long or, you know, get the band to freeze, don't move, hold that. No. So it's really nice to be able to shift things around real quick, including my focus point, and get right back to shooting. So overall, I love this camera. I can't wait to get the 50 to 150. Cannot wait. I ended up selling my NX300 to kind of get a little bit of money to put it towards the 50 to 150. Keeping the 30. I think the 30 is beautiful. Shooting the video now with the 30. And with the pancake lens. So alright, so that's kind of my wrap up of my events. I think the next video is going to be a little bit interesting, not as boring. We'll look at some images and I'll zoom in and I'll go raw to edit it to kind of like, I guess, the flow of what I do, not so much the workflow, but my edit flow. And go over shadows and highlights and things like that, where I think this camera does a really, really good job, especially in the shadows, but I'll save that for the next video. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Hopefully I'll make another video tomorrow. But again, thanks for watching. Eddie Avenue. Have a great day.